For what with you niggas? I ain't gonna back and forth with you niggas. So yeah, so I graduated college or whatever, and ever since then I've been trying to get my life together. So bear with me, guys. You know, as millennials, especially when you like been such a structured, like, I don't know how to explain it. Basically, it's kind of like how you're so used to, well, we've been in school for like what, 14 years, 15 years, like throughout. So it's kind of like you have, your life is pretty structured. It's like school. You have this routine of what you're supposed to do. And now that you're a graduate and you're becoming a young adult, well, actually I am an adult because I'm 23. So, but anyways, I'm a young 23-year-old. I'm still young. I'm a millennial, and like it's kind of like I'm trying to figure it life out. So bear with me. Like, I'm not gonna get it, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not gonna have life all figured out. And for people to always think that like we're gonna have it all figured out, y'all are just annoying. But we're not. Let's be honest, we're not. So I moved back to Miami, so I'm here now. I'm still working on my next plan. Until then, I'm gonna keep you guys updated, but I really want to try something different, something new, where I can, you know, start recording my journey along the way, because I really like looking back and see how far I've came. And then when I don't have like something to look at, you know, to see like where my journey has, you know, started, like it's like, okay girl, you know, like where I constantly get very not annoyed, but like I go through phases like where I feel like, oh, I haven't accomplished anything. Girl, you graduated college and you gotta stop yourself. Like, girl, you graduated college, okay? You had your bachelor degree in 3.5 years, honey. You're the first one in your family to get a bachelor degree. You made some accomplishment. Give yourself some slack. Like, that's my third person like talking to me sometimes, because I feel like literally I be feeling like a failure. Like, what the fuck did I do? Because ideally, you know, the ideal is like, okay, you graduate, you go to college, right? You graduate and you're supposed to have a high paying job. That's just the ideal world. That's what you're supposed to do. That means that you successful. That means you have accomplished something, because that's the goal. The goal to go to college is to be educated and as well to have a job. So when you don't have a job that's dedicated to your major or whatever it is, you feel like a failure. You feel like you wasted your time. But you know what? You're not on your time. You're on God's time. God has the full control and full everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, God doesn't, you know, I don't know if all you guys believe in God, but literally, like, it's kind of like I don't have control over my own life. I can make and plan and make decisions and plan out my life fully, but at the end of the day, whatever the laws that the Lord want to do and whatever the higher power wants to do, He will. So there's probably some things that I may need to learn. I'm sorry, you guys are tilted, but there might be something that I need to learn, and if I get this high paying job, I may not be able to learn within that journey. So it's kind of like, you know, you have to be patient. I also know that I need to learn patience, you know, but, and that's, you know, it takes trial and tribulation. We're not perfect. I know I'm not perfect, and I'm learning as I go. Like, I'm gonna make mistakes along the way. I'm gonna, you know, get into things that I don't originally wanted to do, because originally, and I may change my mind tomorrow. So originally I wanted to go to law school, and I planned my life around law school, and now the girl don't want to go to law school anymore. So I don't even know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I change my mind so often. Like, I'm constantly growing. So therefore, I'm also thinking like, girl, yeah, you're growing as well, but my biggest fear is to be broke. Like, I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be broke. And I know nobody wants to be broke. So therefore, you feel me? Like, I do want to do what I love, but sometimes what you love may not bring you the income. So therefore, you can do something that you don't love at the moment while you're working on something that you love. Because at the end of the day, we got to eat. Like, I don't come from money. You feel me? So I gotta eat. You see me? Money is definitely a factor when I'm choosing on what it is that I want to do and what it is I don't want to do, because your girl needs to be, be able to take care of herself, because daddy can't take care of her whole life, honey. You feel me? Like, so she need to be able to take care of herself, and she's independent. When I'm talking about she, I'm talking about myself. But so yeah, so that's basically one of my factors. So I'm over here still trying to figure out my life, and it's okay, and I know I'm not the only one. So therefore I know there's a lot of recent graduates that's like dealing with, if not the same, something similar to what I'm dealing with. You feel me? Like, we feeling like, what the fuck, what the heck, what the heck is going on, world? Like, we done all this thing that we needed to do. Why aren't we being rewarded at the end? Because the reward is supposed to be, presented to us. That just means that we had succeeded. So therefore, yes, everybody keep telling me, you're 23. You're 23 years old. You don't have to do so much. You're trying to do so much. And I'm like, yo, I'm 23, but you know how fast time move? I was just 18 years old. You feel me? And now I'm freaking 23. Sorry, y'all. I'm freaking 23, about to turn 24 this year. So trying to, explain to me how old I am, and saying that I need to, y'all keep trying to explain to me how old I am, and telling me, yo, you need to just like relax, don't do so much, don't do this, don't do that. When in reality, times wait on no man. So if I'm sitting here contemplating like, when I'm 23, I can take my time, yo, you next thing you know, blink in the eye, you'll be 30. So what you gonna do then? Now you gonna try to get your life together? Like, no, I need to plant a seed in order for the flower can grow. So if I'm not here trying to crop and prepare myself to plant this seed, how am I supposed to grow when the time comes? I ain't an agricultural person, but y'all get the logic. So that's just me. Like, I'm just trying to do me. I'm just trying to figure me out. I'm just trying to learn myself. Who am I as a person? So therefore, whenever that time come where I'm supposed to be this amazing person, because I truly believe that I'm supposed to be this great individual. And whatever that great individual means, it may not mean like the person who has the most money, but it just means this person who just so rich and like, what's the word I'm looking for? So rich in the mind that everybody wants to be around, because I'm so positive with great energy, and I have this journey and this book of my life and how I got to where I got. So, times will tell, whatever, but it is what it is. So I'm probably gonna be doing a lot of videos similar to what I'm doing now, just sharing my thoughts with you guys, because like I said, like, I know I'm not the only one dealing with this. So therefore, I'm not gonna be so hard on myself, but I'm gonna also hold myself accountable, because I do want better, and I deserve to be like to have better. Like, I'm not an individual that just sit around and just hope that somebody comes knocking at my door and just be like, well, here's your opportunity. No, I'm not that. But I also know that too, you have to put in the work. You feel me? Like, you do have to put in that work. Like, everything doesn't come easy. Like, just because people blow up on Instagram in one day does not mean that everybody's gonna blow up on Instagram. So therefore, like, not a lot of things come. Some people really have to put in the freaking work in order to get to where they need to get. Like, not everybody is that lucky. So therefore, you gotta do what you gotta do. You feel me? Like, if you're trying to be successful in this world, I realize that you really have to put in the work. Point blank, period. I've noticed what I've been doing lately, right? So what I've been doing lately is that I've been trying to not to think about like all the negative things. So I've been trying to pinch myself. Every time I think about something negative, I pinch myself like, yo, you think about negative shit again, change your mind. So it's kind of like, because I'm just trying to keep myself positive, because I feel like the more positive I am, the more blessings comes my way. The more, like, the law of attraction, like, what you are gonna attract, your thoughts. So if you're gonna think about negative things all the goddamn time, you're gonna attract nothing but negative things. So therefore, you need to be thinking about positive things. So that's what I've been trying lately, trying to keep myself mentally insane, because any little thing, your mind can honestly trick you into thinking that, oh, you're not doing shit with your life, you're not doing anything, because things aren't coming as what it perceived on social media. Like, everybody looking like they living like we all painting this picture. Like, I'm not saying, like, people be thinking that, they be trying to point fingers. Like, everybody on social media painting a picture, because we're only getting a portion of the story, the good part. We're not getting all the bad part. So therefore, everybody who's looking at our photos or at our journeys, we're thinking, oh my gosh, what am I missing? Like, I'm missing something right now. I'm missing something, because they're living their best life. I'm doing all this thing that I could do, and yet I'm not living my best life, you know? So social media like to perceive, people like to be, you have to keep yourself mentally to do that. Like me, I check myself out 1 or 2 times a week when I feel like I'm being too invested, like in social media, where I'm just scrolling too long. So I'm like, yo, you got to check yourself out. So I delete the app, do whatever I need to do necessary in order to protect my mind, protect your peace, protect everything. Because at the end of the day, like, you have to be in control of that. No one else is in control of that but you. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I'm always in full protection mode when it comes to me. Regardless, I'm in protection mode when it comes to my mind, when it comes to my body, when it comes to every single thing. So therefore, I'm always going to try to protect myself. You feel me? So, like, that's what I'm going to always try to do, because my mind is so valuable. Therefore, like, any little thing, you can go into depression is real. Like, people don't like talking about it, but it's real. And then you have the people that just call it out, like, it's like, oh, it's just depression. Like, what is that? And then also, if you're Caribbean, that's another, like, taboo. Like, whoa, what is a depression? Like, Caribbean people think that, like, that shit doesn't, like, okay, it's so many layers to depression. Like, black people already don't talk about depression, and then in your Caribbean, they definitely don't talk about depression. Like, they're like the last people to even jump on the bandwagon. But it's kind of like, yo, like, it exists. Depression definitely exists. We all know it exists, but no one likes to talk about it. And especially Caribbean parents, they like the way they joke. And if you don't have really strong self-esteem, you can sincerely go into deep depression because of how just the structure it is. Your family aren't super loving, because that's just how the culture itself, they aren't really, it's like African parents. I'm not African, I'm Haitian. But it's like African parents and Haitian parents. I've learned so much similarities. Or even Caribbeans, period. It's like they aren't really like loving. So therefore, you feel me? Like, if I as a Caribbean individual will go to my Caribbean parent and be like, yo, I'm dealing with depression, they're already looking like you, like, girl, you dealing with depression? You got a roof though? What you mean you dealing with depression? Like, you got a roof over your head, you're eating, you got food over, on the table, you good, you got a car, what you mean you depressed? Like, you gotta understand, sometimes there's more to that. It's not about food over the, eating. It's not about, having a roof over my head. There's more to it. But it's so hard for them to understand. And we as ourselves have to understand that aspect and why it's so hard for them to understand. And the culture itself, we get it. But we also have to be in protection. Don't put the ball in their court to handle it. It's our stuff. We need to handle it. Because at the end of the day, like, they may not understand what it means to be depressed. You feel me? So we just got to be full control of our own mind and full control of our own selves and be full control of our destiny. Because at the end of the day, all we got is us. And if we given our lives to someone else to handle, like, they're not gonna make us a priority and neglect themselves. So you gotta take care of yourself, man. Take care of yourself mentally, can take care of yourself, you know, work out, do whatever you need to do. Even though, like, I don't really work out as much, but I've been trying, man. I've been trying. But you really do have to, like, fully control and protect yourself, because this life is crazy, man. It's really crazy. Really, really crazy. Like, people are literally committing suicide because they feel like they don't have anyone to talk to, or they feel like this is their only solutions because they given all of themselves to other people and they have zero left for them. And they feel like, well, I mean, you know, like, this is what I gotta do. And it's not what you gotta do. Life goes on. Life always goes on, regardless of the situation, regardless if you decide, hey, I no longer want to live anymore. Life gonna go on without you. And life does get better. Like, it gets better. It's not as hard as it seems, you feel me? So it does get better. It's not as hard as it seems. Like, one of my sisters used to always tell me that, like, my older sister used to always, when I was younger, and I used to deal with stuff, and then my sister used to always tell me, Sabrina, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's okay. You're gonna realize a couple years from now that it gets better. Right now you may think it's the end of the world, but it gets better. And ever since I was young, and ever since she told me that, I've literally taken life at like that. Like, I literally have addressed life just like that. Every time I'm dealing with something, and something that I feel like is like, damn, if my tire blew up, I'd be like, okay, well, it ain't the end of the world. Life goes on, so I gotta do what I need to do. I'm gonna cry about it today, but guess what? I'm gonna have to do what I gotta do at the end of the day, right? Because life goes on. Life goes on. So I'm gonna get back to you guys in a minute because I had to figure out things. So yeah, I do have great plans for my vlog, for my channel this 6 months of the year, right? Shit, what we in? Well, August, September, October, November, December. Oh wow, 4 months of the year. This last 4 months of the year, I do have some interesting plans, hopefully, to, you know, change my channel around, because I don't travel as much as I would like. But anywho, that's what we're doing. It's so gloomy in Miami. But any of my subscribers, like, from Miami, let me know, like, all the cool shit to do, because I feel like Miami don't have much, but I'm willing to find out, and I'm gonna take you guys with me when I do decide to do those kind of vlogs. So yeah. But yes, I'm excited to eat brunch because I'm super duper hungry. I'm trying this new spot out with my friend, and hopefully it's a really, like, good spot. I've heard so much about it, and we'll see how good it is. But yeah, guys, say hello. Hey. Still ain't get my food, y'all. I still ain't get my food. Watch us eating though.
And it's so good.
Kiva,
It's so good.
why are you eating though?
We tried waiting.
Y'all, still ain't get my food. Hopefully my food is good, because this was just a nightmare. But it's a cute spot though. Tap 42 is pretty, and Aventura, it's pretty, but I'm just gonna give them a pass because they're new. It's a new location, and they still trying to figure it out. But
Working out the kinks.
yeah, so I'm just gonna give them a pass. I am gonna try doing the Midtown, but Aventura. So it's nice view.
Slide bacon or just cookies?
Yeah, it's a slide. Over there. But I do have my frosé though.
Nothing else.
And nothing else but my frosé. If everything fails, frosé is always here. It's always here. I finally got my food, guys. Finally. And Kiva is done. Well, her food.
It was so good.
How rude.
That's right.
Y'all remember Kiva, right? From China? Ain't that right, Kiva?
Gee, can I remember saying that?
Huh?
Ni hao ma. Wait a minute.
Ni hama, ni mama hama, ni.
It's been a minute. It's been about what, 2 years now.
Is it? It's about 2 years.
It's been 2016.
Oh shit, it is.
Yeah.
Wow. We said well at the same time. Wow. Girl, all I know is wo jiao wang li na.
You still remember that? 我是美国人. I remember that. And 我不要, of course.
Timudong. Oh my gosh, I'm choking.
And do it.
And do it. Do it.
Let me get some stuff.
Yeah, do it. Is it just how you need it? Enjoy it though. I just want to drink my frosé.
Just want to drink your frosé.
My frosé.
Did we get to see you take your first bite?
Huh?
What are your thoughts?
Let's see. Oh, you said try the sauce.
Wait, did you have it without the sauce yet?
No.
Try it without first and then let me know. The guacamole is awesome.
It's not bad.
It isn't?
It's not bad, but I see what you're talking about with the
Yeah. Throw some of that sauce on that quinoa.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I get 1 lime this time, guys. Like, she's pissed off. To get my 6 limes I had before. I'm gonna drink this Coke like this. But you know what? I think we pissed off.
Y'all, our waiter is like really pissed off. And Kiba had 6 lime before. Why she only have 1 lime now? What you say, Kiba?
Yeah, she give me a lot of that. She I ain't complaining.
Don't complain, girl. Don't complain.
Thank you, Sarah.